$4,000. That's right.
And like
The
I said,
victor 80,
catch
the
the
runner-up
first show
44.
tonight from 5 tonight. Today at 4.
Monacelli has never won a major. Palombi has won in this bowling
Fox.
center in 1987,
Yeah,
but he has never won a major also.
Monacelli with that opening strike. Ron Palombi is 27 years old from Erie, Pennsylvania. He won here in 87, as Bo said. He won from the top seed right here at Woodland Bowl.
Tough player, paid his dues out here on the tour. Strong in the clutch.
Good break for Palombi, who was in the last block last night in match play. He was 7 and 1 loss.
Ron Palombi, 6 feet 3 inches tall. You see, he doesn't use quite a deep knee bend like some of the other players. Loft it well out over the lanes. Likes the lanes dry. Likes that inside line. Was very tough in match play as he won 18 of the 24 matches and defeated all the 5 finalists as he averaged better than 2. To take an early lead.
Leaving the 2-pin, man with a lot of body English at the line, Ron Palombi, Erie, Pennsylvania, with 3 titles. His last one was in Rochester in '88.
He won his first title in Tucson in 1984, Chris, when his opponent Mark Fay got 5 pins on the last ball, allowing Palombi to get 3 strikes to win by 1. So he's definitely an opportunist.
Strike center for Palombi. This is a match to determine the United States Open champion. Monacelli, 7 titles, winning the Japan Cup for his very first victory.
The full grip. See if he stretches out the foul line. When Monacelli reaches long, has a lot of extension, he's very tough. Monacelli definitely has the advantage. As our U.S. Open champion Mike Albion, House Pro, said that this right-hand lane hooks a lot more. Seems like Amleto has made the move. He trips out to 4. When he goes high, he can strike. Not so bad. Now he has to just nail down this lane. A U.S. Open champion must take the opportunity when it lends itself. Can take a 20-pin lead.
Seen that before today, haven't we?
Not much more you can do. Monacelli throws a nice disciplined shot, a lot of power, and leaves a solid 10. And this match will be close. 6 pins, 2nd pin on the right-hand part of your screen, just flies around the 10-pin. Monacelli once again must make his spares. He'll always get plenty of strikes. You know, Chris, the way to really learn the sport of bowling, especially for amateurs and fellow pros, is to learn it from the spares backwards. A lot of people try to become strike bowlers all the time instead of learning to make the spares, then make the clusters, then make the splits, and then work on your strike ball. Work from the back forward. Overhead shot, Palombi, the deep inside line on the hooking lane.
So Ron Palombi, who earlier told us what he thought would it mean to him in winning the Open.
Well, it would be title number 4, first of all, but the thing I want to do most is win a major championship. I feel that even though I have been a steady player out here with 3 titles, I need to go that next step, and a major is that step.
It's right now, today, live for Palombi and Monacelli.
Palombi needs a strike to take the lead.
Dancing off the deck in the U.S. Open. We'll bring you more of this title game following this.
I've got time. We'll go honky-tonkin' and we'll have a time. We'll have
Fans love bowling in Indianapolis, capital city. Standing room only, watching Monacelli. strike in the fourth. Anxiously and rapidly moves to the left lane, shooting the fifth.
Good shot by Monacelli, and backing up Indianapolis. One of the TV journals quoted Indianapolis as being the town that never found a sport that it didn't like, Chris.
That's true.
If you ever come to Indianapolis, you'll see a thriving town, a great town.
Amateur sports capital of the world today. The bowling mecca. This is the U.S. Open. Another 10 on the left lane for Amleto.
Monacelli pretty well zeroed in, pretty disciplined, has 2 strikes, a 10-pin, a strike, a 10-pin, and is soon-to-be former U.S. Open champion. As you see, the brother and wife of Amleto Monacelli, Mike Albee, said, just keep it in play. That'll win this match. You don't need a big score, and that's what Monacelli's doing so far.
Just gets it. His opponent, Ron Palombi, said last night he had one mission today, and that was to make a lot of strikes. Well, he has a double up now, shooting in the 5th frame.
Been solid in the hole right here on the right-hand lane, the 1st and 3rd frame. He's got a 2-pin on the left lane, the 2nd, and tripped a 2 in the 4th. He needs to make that trip 2 count. Be a 20-pin difference by getting a strike here on this particular shot. Palombi slightly disturbed, somebody coughing in the background, and I'm sure they'll reset the clock. It was easy to hear from even the announce booth. They gave him a reset, 25 seconds.
In this one game, $80,000 to the winner. Three in a row now, and the tournament leader, Ron Palombi of Erie, out to an 11-pin lead.
Packed crowd, 80 Lane Bowling Center, more than 25,000 people have attended the tournament, and they like the action of Ron Palombi as he takes advantage of that lucky strike in the 4th to open an 11-pin lead. You can see how he defeated Monacelli in the 56th game to take the lead. Right now, he must get zeroed in here on the left-hand lane. He has 1 lucky strike and a 2-pin. Can make it 4 in a row.
Sneaking
21-10 lead. Seems really determined.
Ron Palombi came out on the tour with a great big hook, has cut it down, learned to play the Pro Tour conditions, power with a minimum amount of hook. As you see, Monacelli, who's learned the same lesson, trailing by 21 pins, 6th frame.
I had 3-6-10.
Trouble for Monacelli. First ball out of the pocket. Normally when he hits the pocket, he strikes every time. When he's hit the pocket the first 5 frames, he only has 3 strikes to show for it as his first errant shot, the 3-6-10. And for most of the top pros, a pretty easy spare. Monacelli completely a strike bowler most of the time. This could be an adventure.
Spare for Monacelli in a city that's noted for its many volunteers. Sports festival, Pan American Games, you name it, the volunteers come out and are perfect hosts and hostesses. It's been that way, and that's another reason the city has advanced and progressed to the point that it has.
Monacelli, the deep inside line, he actually starts here. He'll drift over into this area with his footwork and start the ball between the 3rd and 4th arrows.
Seemingly realizing that there's $36,000 difference winning or finishing second.
3-year exemption to Firestone. Monacelli likes it. Best shot of the match, no doubt. Solid in the pocket. For Ron Palombi, this is the time to just take it 1 shot at a time. Don't think about the title. Just 1 ball.
Any kind of a title, but especially here in the U.S. Open.
A determined Ron Palombi coming right down the lane. You see him keep that speed on the ball. The good loft on the ball kept that ball from drifting high for the 4-6 split. When lanes are very dry, the loft slightly over the foul line will delay that hook. Gives him an opportunity to trip that 4-pin instead of going high for a split. Palombi 34-pin lead can extend to 44 pins and really put the pressure on Monacelli. 8th frame.
Winner here in 87. Can he do it in 1990?
Monacelli, the die is cast. He must throw strikes from here on out. He can have a possible 246 right now. Palombi going at a 250 pace. The pressure all on Monacelli. Throw some strikes.
Another
Disbelief look at the 10 pin along with all of you.
Well, Monacelli's using a very hard, low surface friction bowling ball, and his ball is traveling a long way on the lane, a lot of hook, and it's what we call rolling out. It's going to the point where it has very little spin and it's starting to straighten out, and that's why he's leaving what we call the half tens. If he had a little more speed or a ball that would finish a little more, he'd be carrying that 10 pin.
Monacelli, who was 5th in the PBA National Championship in Toledo, but he won his 7th victory at the Palace in Columbus, Ohio this year. His 7th telecast of 1990. For Palombi, it's his 1st this year. Made 4 finals last year.
Monacelli absolutely must strike on this ball.
Tournament with record crowds. Behind Monacelli, Jim Doty, tournament chairman.
For Ron Palombi Jr., the U.S. Open is just a matter of not looking back. Bowl one frame at a time. Forget you have a 44-pin lead, and it's all yours, son.
Mike Albee just became a former champion.
just sealed the deal.
That's what you want to do when you're the leader. Go out there and throw strikes and make them take it from you. Well, they cannot take it from Ron Palombi now. There's 1 frame left.
Best Monacelli can shoot is 226. Ron Palombi has a chance for a fabulous 280 game, Chris.
And the PBA National Champion, Jim Pensack, was the money leader. With a win here, Ron Palombi takes over. 95,440 to Pensack's 95,065. What a convincing way to win your first major championship. Erie, Pennsylvania.
Awesome performance by Ron
Palombi Jr. What a victory.
Like
the 27-year-old. Listen to the crowd.
And subscribe. And stay tuned for the US Open that's coming up on the first one tonight, today, and on Fox tomorrow.
Ron Palombi finishing. He is the United States Open champion. We'll have that final score for you when we come back. As we go to another